Comics Word Podcast. I'm Christopher Calloway, and I'm here at the New Jersey Comic Expo on Saturday, November 19th, 2016. And I'm here with Rachel Perciphone.
Hello.
How did I do? Did I pronounce it right?
Yes, you did.
Okay. So this is your second year at the New Jersey Comic Expo. You have your booth again this year.
Yep.
And you're an artiste?
Yes.
And tell us about the art that you have on display today for the expo.
On display. So at conventions, I like to have a combination of fan art and original art to appeal to the crowd and my interests, and also showcase some of my own original works. But most of my work revolves around, I paint figures mostly, as you can see in the back. Yep. But I think more than men, I paint women.
Okay.
I'm trying to make it more balanced, but a big thing for me is body empowerment, and I want to represent people of all kinds of body types and races, and eventually incorporating the different genders in a really empowering way. I like pinups, but nothing too overtly sexual or explicit, more of a tease.
Okay. Okay. And how long have you been doing your art?
I think every artist's answer is probably since they were born.
So you were born to do this. You knew at a young age.
Well, I always liked drawing, but the thing is in high school there weren't really art classes.
Okay.
And so it never occurred to me that I could take it seriously or treat it as a skill to develop until I got a brochure for an art college towards the end of high school. And it was for just a high school college art program for the summer. And there was 2 days until the deadline, and it just clicked, and I took it. And I actually didn't like the major I had picked for the summer program, but I saw the wall of illustration. I went in for fine arts, and I saw the wall of illustration, and it just hit me, oh, this is it. So I went to art college at Moore College of Art and Design for 4 years. I got my BFA in illustration, and I graduated in 2014. So since then, I've been working for a publisher during the day, and I've just been, pursuing my craft, doing the conventions, making art, constantly trying to improve and get more freelance work. So eventually, the dream is to do freelance full time.
Okay. And that's an important thing for people that want to be an artist need to know, is that you just don't come out of the gate with a degree and say, no, I'm an artist, and now you just start making money. You have your day job, so you can eat.
Yep.
Like
and
most of
insurance.
us do.
That's important.
And insurance, absolutely. And then at some point you hope that you'll pick up enough of a following, enough out there so that you can start doing this on your own.
Yeah.
And that's where you want to be as an artist on your own. How have the fans been here that have come by? Do you have returning fans from previous cons? Or?
I do. They're gems, all of them. I have some that you messaged me this morning to let me know that they'll be here tomorrow. So I think I'll see some returning fans tomorrow, and they're always great. They make my day. I mean, anyone who stops by, I'm grateful for, and I love to meet new people. But the ones that return, that remember me and return, and if they want, whether they want to pick up new prints or not, the ones that come back and check in just because they support me enough they're interested enough to support me and want to know how I'm doing. That's my favorite part.
Well, it's nice to get beyond the social media and the emails to actually see your fans face to face and actually see their reaction and how excited they are about the work.
Yeah.
And it's that little boost you need when you're trying to fight on to do your own thing and establish yourself and do this for a living, to have that feedback from your fans.
I know without them I will not get to where I want to be, so all my thanks.
And what are you working on now, besides what we see on display here? Is there anything that you're working on at the drawing board?
Yeah, actually, I've been a little MIA on the internet for the past few months, but not for a lack of working. A few things. The first is I actually was working on a book cover for a book called The Nightmares. It's part of a series. It's the first book, and it's called The Nightmares.
Okay.
And so that is actually currently going through the publishing process, and I think it should be out in physical book form next year, but we're not sure quite how long it'll take. Hoping for summer though. And so I've been working on that. I've been doing a mentorship with Dan Dos Santos online and monitoring another class with Scott and Fisher. And so I've been doing a lot of portfolio building, bulking up, getting their feedback, a lot of projects, focusing on book cover work actually as opposed to comics, branching out into those interests and just really beefing up my skills as best I can.
That's good to diversify. It's a good plan. I mean, not just comics, but books. And when The Nightmares, how will we be able to access this book? And what channels will be sold in?
So some of those details are unclear to me. Yeah, like I said, I just did the cover, though I am close to the author, so I do hear what's the process. It sort of like Kickstarter. There's this site called Inkshares, and that's the venue he went through to get. He had to get 250 pre-orders, which he got more than 250 pre-orders, and so it's going through the publishing process. And I believe it will be sold. There's digital, there's ebook copies.
Okay.
And I believe that you will be able to order more physical copies beyond the pre-orders. I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure where they'll be sold.
But he hit the threshold of 250, so that it was greenlit and it's going to be published. Yeah,
he hit the threshold. It should be good. It's like a horror comedy of sorts. There are moments of scary things that happen in there, but it's a bunch of friends. It's like a bunch of friends that are plunked into this world of fantasy and horror that they didn't realize existed within the world we live in today, and so you'll follow their adventures.
Okay. And how can fans or people that would like to purchase your art that are not at the con, how can they get in contact with you? Do you have a website?
Yep. My name is Rachel Perciphone, and my website is rachelperciphone.com with a dash in between my first and middle name. And I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter. I have a web store, which my all those things will link back to my website and my web store. You can find me on there.
Excellent, very good. Well, Rachel, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
We wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.